Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video, so I'm going to do a video game video. That's a very awkward thing to say. I'm going to talk about Metroid Prime 4. It's out or coming out today, I think, and it's not getting very good reviews, not for the amount of time people had to wait, I don't think, and hey, it gets worse. You know, that humor that they said was not going to be prevalent throughout the entire game, you know, where they had that dorky-looking Marvel-esque character at the beginning of the tutorial level. Well, guess what? The whole game looks like it's that way. They have a whole bunch of annoying characters for you to enjoy in this long-awaited Metroid game, and a lot of people are like, yeah, it's not great. This is coming from Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone, which is usually against the chuds or whatever. You'd think they'd be standing for this game, and they're not. They're not defending it. They said Metroid Prime 4 waters down Nintendo's best franchise with other games' ideas. We've got this one from NPR. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is a technical marvel and a game design nightmare. Wow. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond review. Ocarina of Prime. It's only got 3 stars. So it's not doing great. Not for a Metroid game. Anyway, so let's talk about this. Let's take a look at that annoying cutscene and talk about where they go from here. I'm just not excited about this one. Dread, I was excited about. I'm not excited about this one. In fact, people have been making comparisons to Other M. My son was making comparisons to Other M. Basically, all the things that don't really work with Metroid, they put it in this game from what I can see. And then I'm like, I don't know if I want to waste the time playing it. I really don't know if I want to waste time playing it. I don't know, guys. Before you get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's more.clownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV content. We're working on some new shows, some new series. They'll be coming your way first on more.clownfishtv.com going into 2026. So thank you very much, especially to our early supporters. I know we've been kind of sporadic with our content, but we're trying to get on a schedule here. So let's talk about this. This meme is going around. I think this is hilarious. Manga Lawyer has it. Metroid Prime cutscene. Oh my God. Oh, Heckarino. Is that you, Samus? Is that a new suit? Video games. Wow, it's amazing. Love it, Slate. Yeah. So let's take a look at. So you ready, guys? This is what we've been waiting for years, for this quality Nintendo gameplay.
Sarge!
Armstrong, you all right?
I'm good. You?
Yes.
While I was waiting, I was studying this hologram.
I loved her in Stranger Things. She was great.
Wow. Samus? It's really you. I don't even know what to say. Is this a new suit? It's amazing. I love it. I love it so
Private.
much. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this doesn't feel anything like Metroid. This feels nothing like Metroid. This is the reaction a lot of people have been having. I gotta use this on a thumbnail. It's just like, would you shut up with the annoying characters? I thought this is kind of funny. Pirate Nation put this up. This is on 4chan, obviously. He's just in the tutorial. Okay. He's just in the first stage. Okay. He's in the whole game, but he gets less annoying. Okay. He's constantly annoying, but the other companions won't be annoying. Okay. All the companions are annoying, but that actually makes them endearing. So what's the next goalpost going to be? I don't know. The reviews aren't great, though. I mean, there are some that are good. I think they said it was like 80% on Metacritic. But yeah, people are just not real happy with it. Let's see what they're saying on Nintendo's Twitter account. I don't know who any of these people are, but cool. Yeah, let them spoil the game in front of Metroid fans. I'm happy to see more of the game. Okay, there we go. Well, Nintendo people are going to be Nintendo people, right? Not a single one of these soldiers seems to act with any military decorum or discipline. This is probably the reason why Samus quit the military to go solo. She's rolling her eyes and sighing heavily under her helmet. Sarge, look. Wait, what? Sarge, look. She's doing a morph ball. She did the thing. Oh my God. Kraid is standing right behind me, isn't he? Not buying a Switch 2 has been one of my greatest investments. I gotta tell you the truth. I am not a huge fan of the Switch 2. We bought one. I played it maybe 3 times. I don't think they have any like good games that warrant buying one at the moment. And I'm really not a fan of this push into digital. Donkey Kong and Mario Kart are not really an incentive to buy it. So if you don't have one, I'm telling you, you're not missing out. You're not missing out at all. Everyone complains about annoying NPCs in Prime 4. Nintendo's top brass forced to make an apology video. What? In a gesture of goodwill, Samus can execute companions. Killing them leads to the good ending. Letting them live, Samus takes off her helmet and calls you cringe. Oh my God. One shot. Just requires one shot. Yeah, remember the Nintendo seal of quality? That was very subjective, though. What did the Nintendo seal of quality? I'm pretty sure it just meant these MFers paid for the cartridge, right? They paid us for the cartridges, so it's an official cartridge, unlike the Tengen products. Man, I don't know. Is Prime 4 trying to top Other M as the worst one? Yeah, I'm wondering. Nintendo's officially infected with the virus. We've known deep down, but it hits hard seeing how blatant it is here. Sad times. Samus being like, hey, what's up? Oh, God. Terrible cutscenes aside, this is perfect casting. Why do these people insist on inserting themselves into everything? Yeah, so let's look at the reviews. I'm hearing 80%, which is, it's not bad. Generally favorable according to Metacritic. 74 critical reviews, 80%. So what was Dread, I wonder? 88. Now remember, we don't have user reviews yet, but I remember that there's a lot of controversy around Dread because the critics were complaining it was too hard. It was like old school Metroid, right? But yeah, I mean, do we really? I understand people wanted Prime for a long time, but I don't think they wanted this. See what Rolling Stone says Metroid Prime 4 waters down Nintendo's best franchise with other games ideas. Samus Aran's Return has been in development for years, but the result is a mid-tier entry that sacrifices a coherent vision for scope. Mid. Coming from Rolling Stone. This wasn't written by Alyssa Mercante, was it? No, it was not. Super Metroid was everything when I was a kid. Yeah, weaned on Nintendo's haunting alien-inspired side-scroller. I spent countless hours watching my father trudge through the depths. I was there. I was playing it myself. Trudge through the depths, doodling maps and rudimentary sketches. The game's atmosphere and ambiance were potent. Yeah, it was. Super Metroid was amazing. Playing Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, it's easy to pick up on the echoes of the franchise's past. Audio cues and musical motifs from older games, especially the first Prime, creep up now and then to trigger a Pavlovian response. Samus loses all her coolest powers and must start from scratch, this time collecting a different suit of skills. Very early on, it's clear something isn't quite right. There are too many other people involved in this mission, with galactic soldiers and technicians chiming in with directions and quips. There's an occasionally creepy aura in some subterranean places, but it's wedged between sprawling vistas of mountain range and a literal desert to traverse by motorcycle. Oh yeah, I saw that. They did the damn Akira slide shit, didn't they? By the time a wave of riff-heavy rocks hits your ears, there's a tonal whiplash that divides just about every aspect of the game's story and systems in an effort to make Metroid Prime a fresh start for bringing in newbies. For modern audiences, guys, Nintendo and Retro Studios have tried to cook up something different, but the recipe pages are all mixed up. There are hints of Halo and a zesting of Zelda, and occasionally the familiar flavor of Metroid, but instead of getting something cohesively bold, the result is a bunch of mismatched bites. Yeah, it looked to me like modern Halo. It looked to me like Mass Effect or something. Very, very jokey, very Western. It looks very Western. There's been a slight divergence in the past. Most Metroid games follow a rubric. Samus arrives to clean up some mess and is forced to survive in an inhospitable alien world, kicking over every stone and X-ray scanning for trinkets to help guide her path. Yeah, by herself 99% of the time. It was basically if you put Ripley in a Boba Fett suit, in a Mandalorian armor. That was Metroid. And it was cool as hell. And I understand originally it was because of probably the technical limitations of the NES and Super NES, but it was cool to have eerie music and realize you're like the only one, the only human on this planet. And you have to figure it all out on your own. And I remember playing Super Metroid and think it was too damn easy. compared to the original Metroid. Like the original Metroid, unless you made the maps yourself or you bought the player's guide, like there's no way in hell you're going to figure this game out. Prime 4 kicks off much the same, beginning with an action-heavy tutorial that sees Samus arriving in the nick of time to help the Federation withstand an assault by an opposing force. And then they've got those characters coming in. And what follows is the basic framework of a Metroid game. Samus' suit is damaged, leaving her without all her cool toys. They have to explain that in every game. Like, okay, Samus got powered up, and now Samus is right back at square one again. How do we do that? In action, it plays like the previous Prime games. Nintendo's take on the first-person shooter has always been just different enough to separate it from the pack, with an emphasis on lock-on aiming for gunfire and information scanning. Combat is more of a dance than cover-based warfare, where the cadence revolves around the reading an enemy to learn their weaknesses. Okay. In this regard, Prime plays great. Samus is nimble. Okay. Each installment also introduces some kind of gimmick that dictates what new power suits and weapons Samus will obtain. In the previous games, they light and dark. And they said it's in the weaponry where Prime 4 begins to show cracks. The big new thing is supposed to be psychic powers, which mostly amount to letting Samus pull triggers with telepathy or see invisible platforms. A few hours into the game, the hook becomes tracking down elemental chips that grant players the power of ice, fire, and lightning. That has never been done before. All simply named like nobody wanted to bother checking the thesaurus for synonyms. This on top of the classics. The dilution of Metroid. Here we go. Going back to the beginning, the first major pivot Prime 4 inserts is with the Lamorn themselves. After getting her marching orders from a hologram of a long-dead elder, Samus is told she's part of a prophecy that declares her the chosen one. Oh my God. Has never happened before. Although previous games wove in the protagonist's history with ancient races like the Chozo, she's generally depicted as a benevolent gun-for-hire, yes, who's opting to do the right thing because she's got a grudge against the galaxy's biggest assholes, the space pirates who killed her family, yes. Here, to achieve a more epic scope, there's now some divination involved that's frankly out of place. So she's the chosen one with psychic powers, surrounded by Marvel characters. I think I'm going to wait until this one goes on sale. I'm just saying. We got Dread. That's fine. Oh God, here we go. The Akira slide. I don't want this in Metroid. Mazes. Tight corridors. Right? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. So there we go, guys. This is a new Metroid. What do you guys think? Have you played it? It just doesn't look like it's getting the rave reviews people were hoping for. What does Other M have? Let me go out and see. We're on Metacritic, right? So let's go out and see what Other M has on Metacritic. 79. So we're a point off. We'll see what the user score is. Now, Other M is widely considered the worst Metroid. I would say even worse than the Game Boy ones, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this ends as more reviews come in. They only had 71 critic reviews. So far, the reviews I've seen are not great, but really the sticking point for people are these damned NPCs that will not shut the hell up. I'm gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.